At the kibbutz, though, I mostly wrote maudlin or angsty confessions to my diary. More often, I'd go drinking with Yoav and his best friend, Gonan. Yoav was quiet, gentle, slender, with fine, handsome features. Gonan was loud and brusque, thickly muscled and bushy-haired, with an uncensored bravado that felt quintessentially Israeli. Gonan had served in the Palestinian territories, kicking in doors in refugee camps, rifle ready to roust suspects in the middle of the night. He was crazy in his own way, with the volume cranked high. He later suffered a nervous breakdown traveling in Germany, discovered religion, and left the kibbutz. Over beers and bong hits, Gonan translated Yoav's stories from Hebrew to English. The strange microfictions rarely filled a page and felt fractured and incomplete. Many featured a recurring character named Chaim the Hunchback, upon whom the universe inflicted a parade of humiliations. The less scatological tales hinted at a hermetic wisdom. A story titled Childhood Memory ran like this. I don't remember if this happened in third grade or if I saw it on television. But what's it matter? What was, won't come again. Many years later, Rabinovich told me that, according to him, it never happened. Now, I'm not sure. Now, Yoav was bringing this book to a publisher. I wished him luck, but didn't hold my breath. A year after I returned home from the kibbutz, I got a package from Israel. It contained a letter from Yoav, a photo of a wooden shed on stilts, and a slim book. His book. The title, translated from Hebrew, was Stories from the Ass. The cover had the cheap gloss of a vanity press and featured a blurry black and white photo of a gap-toothed couple surrounded by hand-drawn cartoon centipedes. Yoav's older brother had inked crude illustrations to accompany each story. I was surprised the package got through customs. Yoav had managed to get a dozen stories translated onto slips of paper. I tried to decipher the hidden meanings of his parables without much luck. Over the years, I packed Yoav's anthology whenever I moved. Stories from the Ass remained the most enduring memento of my time in Israel. A token of the place and its people. A reminder that both might be as fucked up as I remembered. When I returned to Israel, I assumed Yoav had left the kibbutz. He had likely moved to Tel Aviv or left the country. His idiosyncrasies never seemed to fit for communal life, and I could find no trace of his name on the internet. But when I asked, Itzhak Kahana, the head of Shamir, said my old friend wasn't a member of Shamir anymore, but he lived in the hills above the kibbutz and still worked in the gardens. In Israel, even hermits have cell phones. So I got Yoav's number from his mother, who remained on Shamir. I wasn't sure if he would remember me. One more clown in a circus of self-absorbed volunteers. Yoav sounded surprised to hear my voice, any voice in English. But he hadn't forgotten our time together. He invited me to visit his cabin, and so I drove north and traced the first few switchbacks that climb the Golan Heights to find him waiting beside a dirt turnoff in dark shorts and a light blue button-up short-sleeved shirt. A white sun hat shaded his features. He hadn't changed much. He was lean and handsome, with the same tousled mane of dark brown hair framing his face, ruddier and creased from homesteading in the hills. "David," he said as we embraced, "how have you been?" I followed his truck down a dirt track, past a small army outpost, to an old stone house with 2 rooms on either side of a small kitchen. Yoav had added a covered foyer, an outhouse, and a sun-heated shower stall. He hauled water from the kibbutz or from town. A solar panel powered a small stereo and a few lights, and he cooked on a propane stove.